Hello, you're watching HW News. This is me, Anusha. Karnataka Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Minister Krishna Gowda said that it is unfortunate that the 5 members of 15th Finance Commission has no representative from southern part of India. He, however, hoped that the panel will do justice to the better performing states of the south by making a fair recommendations. Speaking on that, Krishna Gowda took to Twitter saying that it is unfortunate that the central government could not find one capable person from South India to serve the 5-member 15th Finance Commission. In the past, many members from South have done illustrious service to the nation, he tweeted. Now, the minister's comments comes just a day after the 15th Finance Commission visited Karnataka and held discussion with Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, his cabinets as well as the state government officials. Kumaraswamy during the meeting had also urged that it is substantially increase the allocation for the state.
Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri
15th Finance Commission, Shri N.K. Singh, distinguished members of the Commission and all officers from the Commission, it is indeed my pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to Bangalore. It is befitting that this important commission is chaired by such an eminent person as Shri N.K. Singh, who has vast experience both in state and central governments. Having worked in the Finance Ministry of the central government, Shri N.K. Singh has deep understanding of the issues before the Commission. I am confident that under his able leadership, the Commission will present a well-reasoned report which addresses the pressing needs of the state. Over the decades, the states have been playing an increasingly important role in the growth story of India and in formulation and rollout of various developmental and welfare programs. In this context, it is important that the resources of the states are suitably strengthened by fund transfers from the central government. Karnataka has always taken fiscal responsibility very seriously and for the last several years has adhered in full measure to all the partners prescribed under the Karnataka Fiscal Responsibility Act. In fact, Karnataka is the first state to have legislated the Act in 2002, after which the Government of India brought in the FRBN Act in 2003.
So what exactly is Finance Commission? The Finance Commission was set up in 1951 under Article 280 of the Constitution, which basically decides how revenue has to be distributed between the centre and the state. In addition, the Commission also decides the principles on which grants in aid will be given to the respective states. Now, in the 15th Finance Commission, which was constituted on November 27th of 2017, and it was headed by former Revenue Secretary and former Rajya Sabha member N.K. Singh. Now, the other members of the commission includes Dr. Ashok Lahiri, Dr. Anup Singh, Professor Ramesh Chand and A.N. Jha, who had replaced Shaktikant Das and who had resigned from the member of the commission after he was appointed as the Reserve Bank of India governor. Now, this commission is also slated to submit its recommendation by October 31st of 2019, and the recommendations are to be observed for a period of 5 years that will kick in from April 2020. Last year, several regional parties from the south, including state governments like Karnataka, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, voiced their objections to the 15th Finance Commission's term of reference, which used the 2011 census data instead of 1971 to allocate funds to the state. Now, this exactly what the southern state fear. Their share in India's population has declined by 4% between 1971 to 2011, while that of the economically laggard states of the north has correspondingly increased. A strong emphasis on education and healthcare has helped the southern states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka to slow population growth and speed up their economic expansion. That has translated into higher per capita income for people in these states, which about twice that of the people in the state such as Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, which is commonly referred as Bimaru states. Now, not only this, if we talk about the contribution of direct tax, India has collected 8,49,818 crore in direct taxes in between 2016 and 17, and about 23.5% of that originated in the southern state including Telangana. And in comparison, the contribution of the northern state was only 9.7%, whereas on the other hand, Karnataka was the largest contributor, accounting to 10.1% of all the direct taxes collected by the union government, after Maharashtra with 37% and Delhi with 12.8%. Now, according to Karnataka minister's argument, Krishna Gowda's argument, his state is also being forced to reinvest around 60,000 crore into drinking water project. Now, water crisis has been a never-ending issue in the southern state. Around 3,000 villages are badly affected in terms of shortage of drinking water. Not only in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu has also seen and is facing the same issue over the past 1 year. Now, just a year back, Kerala faced a catastrophic flood which caused loss of life, property and infrastructure. The government of Kerala had also sought support from the centre, to which the government of India had sanctioned an interim support of rupees 600 crore. Though the state had managed to provide immediate relief to its affected citizen, but it still faced a humongous challenge of rebuilding its destroyed infrastructure and its economy. We have also done a detailed report on how South India pays more tax than North India. And now this, Karnataka minister alleging that the centre's finance panel, that there is no single panel member representing from the southern part of the state. So does that indicate that the Modi-led government is more inclined to the northern part of our country?
Under the Constitution of India, a finance commission is appointed and its tenure is for a period of 5 years. The purpose of the Finance Commission, or the objective, is to determine the share of the centre and the states in the overall tax collections, tax revenue of the government. It thus decides, out of the total tax collections, based on justified needs of the states towards their development, towards their progress, what should be the share of the centre and the individual states in the overall tax revenue. It's a constitutional body, and at the moment we have the 15th Finance Commission, which is headed by a veteran bureaucrat, N.K. Singh, and has 4 other very eminent persons as its members. The process by which the Finance Commission works is a consultative process. It gets into dialogue with every state government, hears their representations, and then finally decides the share of each state in the revenue that the government gathers. During the visit of the 15th Finance Commission to the Karnataka government for its deliberations and consultations, a bit of a controversy has arisen. The Karnataka Panchayat Minister Krishna Gowda has raised a point. He says that the 15th Finance Commission has got no representation from South India. So he kind of implies that there could be, or there is a bias, there is a partiality in their overall deliberations. And for this he cites an example to say that while in the past 5 years Maharashtra got drought relief assistance to the tune of 8,100 odd crores out of the tax revenue, Karnataka got just 1,800 odd crores, and he says that this is a very partisan attitude. We think that this claim of Mr. Gowda is not really correct, because the earlier Finance Commission, the 14th Finance Commission, was headed by Mr. Y.V. Reddy, and it had enough representation from South India. At that point of time, North India did not complain to say that South India has a lopsided representation. Moreover, the Finance Commission as an institutional body, as a constitutional body, has set up a very formidable, strong structure, a very unbiased structure of sharing of tax revenues between the centre and the state. And merely because this time there doesn't seem to be a representation from South India on the body, doesn't mean that it has been shortchanged or some kind of a biased attitude has been adopted towards South India. It's another thing that drought relief was given more to Maharashtra, but there could be a reason for it, and that is not any justification to say that the present Finance Commission is inadequately represented. Moreover, let's go beyond the center, this North and South issue. India needs representation of men of eminence, whether they are from South India, North India, East India or West India. And as long as Mr. Gowda finds no fault or defect with the present members in the body, who are all very eminent persons, there is no reason for him to take this South India issue as a cause to question the very terms of reference perhaps, or the very background and intention of the Finance Commission.
Now, meanwhile, it has taken a political turn now. Given the strong regional, land and language sentiment from Kerala, Andhra and Tamil Nadu, the Congress unit in Karnataka has seized the opportunity to counter the Bharatiya Janata Party. They said that the Modi-led government has humiliated the South Indian by not having any representation in the current 15th Finance Commission. They had further said that the centre needs to be attentive toward not only North, but it needs to all the other states of our country. Well, it was asked by Y.V. Reddy, who chaired the previous Finance Commission, the 14th Finance Commission, that when asked about RBI's independence, where he whimsically answered that the Reserve Bank of India has full autonomy and I have taken the permission of my Finance Minister to tell you that. To let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news updates, log on to www.hwnews.in.